Evans, if you're getting tired of the rain, hang in there. The Quad Cities area is not in the clear just yet. Here's a live look from downtown Davenport, which has been getting a bit of a break from the storms this afternoon.
Yeah, but parts of our area have been seeing on and off heavy rain like this. You're looking at video out of Princeton shared by our viewer Susan this morning. And in a minute, we'll check out some more viewer perspectives of the storms. But first, James, bring us the latest as you continue tracking those busy skies.
Yes, and fortunately, as you just mentioned, things are much quieter, but these past at least couple of mornings, it has been very busy with these drenching showers, wind-producing thunderstorms, and unfortunately, even producing some of that severe weather as well. Here's the latest time lapse on those storms that took place early this morning around 6:30 to about 8. Then we saw some of the activity begin to die off right around lunchtime or so. Numerous reports that we've seen across a lot of our hometowns, some with reports of wind gusts, even some wind damage. You had a wind gust around 65 miles an hour over in Walcott. Of course, when you're dealing with that type of wind, that's going to cause some tree damage, even some power lines that went down. And I still believe that we still have a number of customers, especially on the Illinois side, that still does not have any power. It did reach a wind gust of 71 miles an hour over in Rock Falls, 50 miles an hour over in Cambridge. We had some pretty good rainfall to go with it as well, like we saw in places around Rover country, over 1.5 inches to over 2 inches of rain in a very short period of time. And even some activity that took place with some of the rainfall and winds, even some reports of some thunderstorm wind damage, even power lines that were down that took place even around New London itself. Of course, the skies right now are much quieter. A lot of lower 80s as of this hour. Currently 81 degrees right now in the Quad Cities. We'll drop it down to 70 tonight. Should be pretty quiet, but then more showers, some few storms will be expected as well as we head into tomorrow. And of course, naturally, that is going to have an impact on our temperatures. But these waves that we've been seeing are what we call ridge riders, and we continue to see those ridge riders still in our forecast. Here's meteorologist Matthew Clark, who's going to break down what's behind this weather pattern and bringing us such to a rainy event.
Well, we have been seeing some very active weather here in the Quad Cities and some of our hometowns. And the reason for this is this ring of fire weather pattern. We very much typically see this time of year around the summertime months. We have this heat dome that sets up down to our southwest, and we get bouts of energy that ride around this heat dome right here where I labeled the stormy pattern. That is kind of our storm track. And so you get these bouts of energy that ride around this heat dome, and we are right underneath that corridor for stormy weather. So as long as we have that area of high pressure down to our southwest, we're just going to continue to see storms track their way across our hometowns. So we'll be continuing to keep an eye on how long this area of high pressure is sitting down to our southwest for even more stormy weather.
All right, thanks, Matthew. Well, now check out just how hard rain was coming down in Sterling this morning, courtesy of our viewer Deanna, who shared this video with us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can see the trees swaying in the background as a lawn chair gets blown across the yard. Deanna says this is from just after 9 o'clock this morning. And about 40 miles south of there, here's the view from outside Geneseo's Northside Elementary, where you can see trees getting moved out of the way. Thank you to our viewer Barb for sending this one in, and to everyone who's shared their perspective of the storms with us.
A couple updates tonight. First, Mid-American power outages are down to about 4,100 QC customers. That's compared to a peak of more than 25,000 this morning.
Yeah, also classes will resume tomorrow at the 3 Rock Island Milan schools where power was out today. The district says power is restored at Rock Island Academy, Francis Willard Elementary, and Rock Island High School.